Hello, hello, Rivaldo. How are you? Very good. Very short stream today, boys. Had to go to the airport to drop off my sister-in-law. Okay, we are going to look at a wild game today to begin with. Hello, Filet. Hello, Greg. It's just a beef stewy kind of thing. I think my wife calls it beef calderetta. Beef, potato, veggies, rice, and some sauce. Anyone knows the name of this opening? Hello, Evan. Hello, King Charles. Hello, King Charles. Shit Banyanko. Yes, that's it. Very good. Alright. Time for us to play moves for black. Let's go. Chebanenko Slav, yeah. H5 loses to knight g6. We can't do that. We need a better way to deal with the problem. Burchess, welcome in. Welcome in. It's a pretty wild situation, and there are a few tactical ideas at play here. All of them are very difficult to figure out. Bishop b4, I would say, is the most natural move. But here, we need to come up with a smart move. The only move. Let's see who can find it. Oh, Sweet Blues! Shout out to you for the kind comment. Thank you. Please know that I'm streaming on YouTube too, so you can find this content and you can rewatch a lot of things over there too. So, yeah, just bear in mind. Yeah, Bishop d2, I think. The problem still exists. In fact, Bishop d2 is a losing move. Tell me if he's watching. He who, Philae? Yeah, Bishop takes is a losing move. So take, and now Bishop is stuck. We need better than that. Hello, Ungimmicked. How are you going, man? f6, very good. The cavalier is coming in strong. The idea is that you could play f6 after the trades, but the whole point is that after trade, the white king is very, very vulnerable. So this position without bishop queen is much better for white. But with the queen on, you're killing it. Well, that's pushing it, but you have got very, very serious counter chances. Very good. Now the game followed a similar path in that Barayev played knight e4. Take. And then he played f6. Our bishop takes was covered by the knight, buddy. Pari Mishra, namaste. And here white decided to do something wild. Like everything is hanging, and they took this. And this was a shaky decision because although now they are getting a pawn, but they're developing the knight. And after fe, de, all of a sudden we have got our favorite back rank fest. And although black is very close to it too, but with the check developing move available, it's crystal clear that black is doing better here in the development department. a3 played. Now that's another very big meh move. Very uncharacteristic for Avruk, by the way. Move Reco, please. Move Reco, please. Big Al is not here yet. Queen a5 would attract bishop d2, yeah? Why are we developing their pieces, sir? Why are we developing their pieces? We don't want to do that. Queen c7 is better, but that would beg the question of why are we developing this when this is to be developed? Does it sound like we are reinventing the wheel again? Yes, it does. Let's not do that. No, you're not castling long there, Cavalier. With this thing on, yeah, that's not happening. Nor do you need to. Like, castling long is not going to give you an easier access to the white king, so you don't need to do that now. Yeah, bishop d6, of course. Like, that goes, like, no-brainer. Like, this, I swear to God, this is an 1100 level move. And once again, the ultimate, why are we reinventing the wheel? King f2 played, and kingside castles played. And now you realize that actually castling here is far more conducive to a successful attack. It's not very often that I'm trying to talk people out of queenside castles, but hey, there is an exception apparently to everything. Okay, CB, AB, bishop B. What do we do? Two good moves. One is cute, the other one is just good. Whoa, Cash Dad! Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for the subski. Queen C7. I don't know about that because then after Queen C2, I feel like we can't avoid Queen trade, which would be a synonym for tragedy. Queen C8, B8, less so. Yeah, Burgess found. Oh, I remember now, Burgess. Yeah, the Aussie guy who used to kick my butt in Blitz. Right? Night before was played in the game. Please, how to play against the hippo. Put your pieces and pawns in the center and then be happy. Night before is a sexy one because occasionally it floats the idea of coming to d3. Right, bishop c4 played, 95 back. Queen c2 played, and now it's time to up the ante again. Let's go. Let's go, ladies. Rook c8 is legal, but then queen e4 appears to be a little bit annoying. f5. Mr. Yusim has the attacking mentality. Very, very good. f5 indeed. And now if they take, we just take back with the rook and the king is naked. They took, we took back, king e2, and now we have easy access to the king. Let's continue the onslaught. Ironically, one more move was played and the game was over. Queen f6 says Mr. Rivaldo. Queen f6 says Tikari and Sweet Blues. And as much as I hate to say this, you are guys all correct. Rook f2 is unstoppable. White resigned. That's how you defeat a 2600 rated Grandmaster in a proper time control game with black. By not reinventing the wheel. Just put your pieces in the center, develop them, and that's it. No, don't go to f8, f6. Why would you go to f8 when you can go to f6 as well? Well, you could say that, but once again, as per mentioned in my videos, you need to earn these mistakes. They don't play shit by default. They play shit because they are under pressure. In hindsight, they always make it look easy, but yeah, it's a bit more complicated than that. Okay, the next one is going to be a really, really cool game. You guys will like it a lot. Or not. These are the two options. Take a pick. Take a pick for this one. What do we call this opening setup? Mr. E8, thank you for the follow. Hedgehog says swiftness, very good. This is the Hedgehog indeed. Defined by these pawns on A6, B6, D6, E6. You can call it the Maroczy bind as well, but it's more important here to look at the black side and go with the Hedgehog business here. Bishop E3, castles, Rook C1, 97. Move ideas, please. We are white, let's do it. E5, that seems to be hanging. I would not do that. B3 is logical to defend the C4 pawn, except that the C4 pawn is not hanging because of knight D5. So if you want to play queen D2, you should play queen D2, except queen D2 is falling for knight G4. And we have got problems. B4 is interesting, but that may be over pushing this a little bit, because then after knight E5, C4 is feeling a bit lonely. F4, very good. F4 is my hello Schubert. Hey. Shout out for the tennis racket. Oh man, I had a hit yesterday. Oh man, I was murdering on the court yesterday. Holy Moses. F4. Excellent. Now that was the wrong rook. What do we do now? E8, and in order to play f4 you don't need h3. Not yet anyway, because we have a queen here. Same goes for Mr. Bill. h3 was not needed. Okay, let's go. E5. Now, how does that work, sir? If I take you, you take back, I take you. You play bishop f4. Thank you, Panda, for the follow. Yeah, it's not quite crazy actually to play e5 here. Like take, knight takes. What is the story here though? Bishop f4. I take this. And if you take me here, then all of a sudden now we're getting mated on the long diagonal. No, I do not recommend. This is too soon. f5, e5 is also interesting, but it doesn't look like the end of the road from Black's perspective. There's a third attacking pattern here that no one has mentioned yet. That is best. Very good bird chess. G4. Let's go, baby. Push the Gary pawn. G4, G5, and then we have got the stock standard Queen H5 rook lift attack patterns available as well. Very good. Knight F8 played. G5 played. That goes without saying. Knight back. And here there are multiple ways to do harm. I'm curious which one you would do with. Oh, Tindy in the house! Hey, hey, hey! The move played here by White is not among the top 3 for the engine, but I love the move that was played here, and it's a very thematic move too. Queen H5 is good, but it's not so easy to see what it accomplishes with the knight on F8. H4 is playable. Yep. It's definitely playable. One of the engine's preferred moves, by the way, H4. But it's not quite clear to me what we want to do there, because let's say that you go H4, and then I pass, and then H5, and then I pass again. And I still don't know if I want to push either of these, to be honest. So it looks intimidating, but I'm not quite sure what it is accomplishing there. The wild move that was played was knight d5, which I really, really like. Stock standard sack in the Sicilian. F5 now. Yeah, but now with the knight on F8, I don't need to react to that. I can just put the knight on E5. But yes, this is good. B3, and then you can really locate your rook on the F file. There is annoying pressure here for sure. For sure. Black would need to sack a pawn here in Benko style. Benko Gambit style in order to stay afloat. But this is actually quite annoying to deal with for white. Yeah, this is very complex play. But this, my friends, this looks golden. Knight F5. They played rook E8. Takes. That's a big fat tempo. And now the queen has to go back to one of these two squares since knight C5 loses the piece back to B4. So queen B8 played. And what do you do now, folks? Yeah, bishop D4. Bishop D4, and it turns out that dealing with the threats on the long diagonal is very, very difficult. You don't want to start with the queen though, because then after F6 it's harder to do anything. The idea is that bishop D4 provokes F6 just as well, and then you have got freedom with where you put your queen, which is now. Mr. Rivado, B6 is protected, and even if it weren't, you wouldn't want to take this, because we want to attack this guy, not pinching pawns. Yeah, exactly. Queen G4 now, baby. Now we have got all kinds of pressure coming in from all kinds of angles. Very, very nice. 95 was played in order to take the wins out of white sails, but of course this can't be right. Do you take or do you take? Yes, that was crazy. In not a good way. So we take, they take back, I think. F takes, bishop E3. Bishop D8, and now we just need to build the attack. We just need to build the attack. more materialistic approach like g6. You mean, I don't understand who plays g6. Like black g6 here. You take, and then you roll. And they resign. If that was the question you asked. Yeah, and they would lose the exact same way, which is about this way, yeah. Because now they have got 700 completely useless pieces. But you are right that that's what they would do. Okay, so what do we do here again, ladies? What is our move? Rook c3 is a bit vague to me because I don't see what the next move is after that. Knight h6 does look tempting until you realize that after take there is knight g6 and we have got not enough. Yeah, rook f1. That's it. Just bring the dudes back into the attack. Like black cannot organize defense properly here. They played bishop c8 because welcome to back rank fest. What do we do? Hey, Mr. Landau. I hope to cheer you up. Knight h6, I think, is still well met by take. I don't know what you want to do, and then this hangs. So, yeah, I don't know, knight h6. I don't follow that idea there. Actually, after white's next move, black resigned the game, by the way. Perhaps somewhat prematurely, I might add. Hello, Jez. This is not comfortable. That's the hint. Rook c6. But what do you do if I go here, sir? You can't take this because it's pinned, right? I feel like we're attacking on the wrong side of the board. Nah, we can take that with the queen. Yeah, queen h5. That's the winning move. That is the winning move. Let me demonstrate a few lines. So the rook is hanging. And it's mighty difficult to defend. If I go bishop d7, then we have got check. Takes, check here, and we take. And all of a sudden this mate is not stoppable. Yeah? So, if g6, then check. King h8, queen f3. And now this checkmate with rook takes, king g7, rook g8 is very difficult to stop. Bishop e7 is more or less only. Then queen f7. Mate in there. And that's it. Double threat. Nothing black can do. Nothing black can do. Beauty. Absolute belter. No, you are most welcome. I did think that it was a neat game. It was a neat game for sure. Yeah, exactly. The back rank fest was real. The back rank fest was indeed real. Alright, Carnage City between 226 Hundo GMs, episode 3. No, the Maruti bind is definitely not winning for white, it's just a solid setup. Okay, what do we do for white, ladies? King to d2, very good, very good. e4 actually does lose a piece after knight d4, queen d4, e5. So let's not do that. Trading knights and then e4 is acceptable, but it's not a good structure because after e5 we have got a hole here and they don't have a hole on d5. Lazovic Gurel rings a bell. So the correct move, guys, is knight b5 going after the d6 pawn, provoking e5, and then playing bishop g5, which is like a Sveshnikov, but this is actually a better version of it. They played knight e5 though, and here white has got an extremely strong move. Please do not say take and trade queen and castle check, because that leads to absolutely bitter ends. Like bishop here, you get kicked out, the king comes out, and we are down to 2 bishops. Yeah, it's really bad for white. Don't do this. Do something good instead. It's actually, yeah, not hard. Once you see the idea, it's pretty obvious. Correct, Zikari, correct, Avon, it's c5. You just need to undermine these two. It's too much pressure. Black is already lost here. What now? Edie is the engine's favorite move, so shout out to you for finding that. E3 was played in the game, so the idea of why CD works is because after knight f4 here, instead of taking the rook, which would be pretty horrid, you go check. And when they play knight c6, you go take, and just when it looks like we are losing, we are winning. And then you pick off the rook at the end of that line. That would have been the cleanest. E3 was a slight inaccuracy, in fact. But this still does the trick. Okay, what do you do now? What do we do now, folks? We subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And here too. Bishop b5 is a move, but then bishop d6 looks a bit annoying. Yeah, we need to be mindful of the threat. Casual Dad coming in strong with the one move cheapie. Hello. Hello. We welcome Smurfette in the house too. Queen h4 played in the game. G3 played. What do we do now? So what do we do now, ladies? This is the easiest question because I don't think there is a bad answer. Knight c6. Knight c5, king d8 is possible, I suppose. There's no rush about giving that check. Your engine's favorite move is bishop g2, which is quite insane. They played bishop b5. King d8. Take, take, and queen a4. And this is about as good as over. The rest is just carnage. Queen g6, castles, f5. Queen a5. Now that is a cool move. How do we finish this now, guys? No mate, but there is a forcing way to win material. Thank you, Jesus Barraza. You are a super GM at chess. That is very good for you, man. We are all aspiring to be that. And now comes the challenge for a 1v1. Knight e4. That's one of the most ambitious moves I've seen in a very long time. Also, after knight e4, why would I go to d7 to walk into the check when I can go to e8? Can people give me lines, please, so that I feel convinced that you know what you're talking about? Knight e6, but here, why would I go here? I could go e8 for sure, right? So full lines, please, to entertain me. And to prove to yourself that you would beat a 26-24 GM. No, I didn't watch Alice Lee play today. Should I have? What happened there? Was it a good game or something? Happy to look at it. Still no lines on either chat. Wow. That's insane. That is insane. You are obsessed with Queen C7, brother, and that's where this is going bad, even for you. Fix that up. Give up your obsession with Queen C7. Of course, Mr. Landau is the one coming in with the ace solution, so of course it's all checks, 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 and then D7, and it's carnage. Backrank Fest, by the way, once more, proves to be not so healthy. Now put your hand on heart in the chat if you didn't see this, and tell me if you think in hindsight that it was harder than a 2 out of 10. Because I will fight you on that one forever. It's all checks, which is what you know to do first. Checks, only move, check, only move, check, only move. D7 wins the house. Yeah, I did give a big hint. That's how I started off saying that don't look for mate, it's win material. That I made part of our deal. Our secret deal. They took, and they resigned. If anyone has any game submissions, let me know. Smoothly! Yay! What are you doing here, young fella? Aren't you meant to be posting memes on ChessCom? Good to have you on board, by the way. Are you about to go live, perhaps? You're surveying the field for a raid? That's what I would do. No shit! Actually, when you say you were let go, are you in the position to elaborate, or we can't know the deets? Like, were you fired, or did you just call it quits, or neither is disclosable? You got fired? Oh no, as in, no, you can't tell us. Wait, this is getting dicey by the moment. So what is it then? Please type in the story. What happened? Yeah, stopping at king f7 is not cool because there you had a check, an easy check. Zmizli, where are you not allowed to say? Type in something definitive for me, please. Alright, let's have a look at Belyavsky Hiko. I don't know if I'm allowed to read it out loud given that I'm still affiliated with the mafia. I don't understand what you being employed had anything to do with a certain sponsor. Oh, okay. Well, but it didn't end well for you. I don't want to get fired yet. What sponsor are you talking about? Can you talk about this or not really? while I am displaying on the screen the absolute banger. Belyaski Hiko. You're fired, buddy. Nah, you can't fire me. Well, to be fair, I'm not getting paid a single dime, so you can't fire me from a position I don't own or that I don't have, right? Contrary to what Kramnik thinks, most ChessCom people get no money out of ChessCom. SAS-Q Hana sponsored the Collegiate Chess League. Yeah, but weren't you like the social media whatever? I don't see the connection there, but maybe I'm just being an idiot. I see. Well, I'm sad to hear that it didn't work out, but perhaps you are on to greener pastures now. Yeah, Mr. Landau, chuck in the game and we are going to have a look. By the way, in the meantime, tell me what move you would play here for white. Greener pastures. I am very happy to hear that for you, sir. A pay rise of $50 an hour. Holy shit, man. I don't know what you are doing now, but I want to be part of that shit. I hope you don't have to murder humans. So, white to move, by the way, folks. Well, good on you, Mr. Muesli. Good on ya. I am happy for you. I am happy for you. So no move recommendations here for white. Castles, legal. Yeah, I accept that. D4 for you, that's already played, but I will accept it. Everyone is lacking the killing instinct here. Actually, castles is one of the best moves here, to be fair. E5 was played in the game, which is very, very confrontational. Very confrontational. But I like it a lot because it floats the idea of E6. Pawn sack with takes knight G5, all kinds of crazy shenanigans, and it also cuts up knight F6. Knight E7 played. I would like to mention that it's still theory, by the way. And the old theory here was castles. E6 is premature here, because after takes knight G5, they have knight F8. Yeah, D4 square is definitely a beaut. No, well, when I said kill, I meant the attitude, not the outcome. It's gonna turn into a kill, because opponent is gonna play poorly. But again, that you need to earn. So, knight g5 played by Belyavsky. And here, of course, e6 is the normal move. But this potato played knight f8. And here white played a very, very, very sneaky move that I really like. And it looks perfectly normal at first sight. So you probably go like, well, what's sneaky about that? Yeah. I'm curious to see what you guys would do here. This next move is vital in order to succeed in our mission. You would invite your opponent over for tea. But that you would only do if your opponent was crazy attractive, like, for example, me. But I do like the idea. I do like the idea of inviting the opponent for tea and Netflix. Queen e2 per Tikari. Why is it sneaky, Mr. Tikari? Also by Rivaldo. By the way, how many of your opponents have you invited for tea, Mr. Smoothly, out of curiosity? Is that your general modus operandi for dating? Yeah, bishop b5 is the ripper. Bishop b5 is the ripper. So opponent plays b4. Where do we go with the knight? Chess is boring. Guy comes on the best chess stream there is, and he tells me that chess is boring. Well, look, it's comparative, right? So there are other fun activities that you can also do that may be more fun than chess, but you can't do them dressed up, right? So when it comes to having fun with clothes on, chess is pretty high up on the list. I take that. I take that. If you tell me I'm the best chess streamer, but this is still chess, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good with that. Asian Bunny is not on right now, so you're watching me. I think it's fair game. I take the wins I can get. F5, I'm afraid we get taken. But maybe just take here even. Yeah, take, I guess you wanted e6. It's a very cute idea, but I'm not sure if I'm digging it. Fe, bishop takes, and knight f7 is not gonna cut it because I'm covering that. Cool idea, but it's a bit too loose. So Smoothly, are we going to still see you stream chess, or now you are going to stream like fun games instead? Whatever they may be. A mix. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. So, knight hoppity hop to the center. I don't know why no one is putting their pieces in the center. How to work a job. Yeah, most of us don't know that. Most of us don't know that. It's good if you start by showing up. I recommend you start right there. Rock up. See what happens. F5 happened in this glorious chess game. And now it's our time to shine. This is when the lady gives you a signal that it's game on, and now it's up to you to make the right move or whether you miss the opportunity. So let's see. Knight to c5. Now that is nothing short of crazy wild, but isn't it hanging? En passant appears to develop their pieces. I'm not so sure about that. It's playable, but I think it's... Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. The engine actually quite likes it, but I don't understand why. We went here, guys. That's what we want. Because that's the sexy move. I would even say it is a boomski. That was a boomski. Tuck had to be played. Tuck had to be played. Queen d7. If they go c6, take. Then you take this. And all of a sudden this king has not a lot of joy left in his life. Queen d7 drops the rook. Knight d7 loses to e6. Loses to knight e6. Loses to everything. So they played queen d7. Take and rook d8. No, this did not happen. I'm lying. This should have happened, and then after knight f2, white is just simply winning because upper pawn and black is sitting on a pile of dog poo. But instead, the game went c6. Now we need to find another sexy move. I must say that Mr. Balievsky is putting on a show here. So what do we do now? Love incoming from Aktive Figuren. Grüß Gott, Herr. Grüß Gott. That sounds like a German fella. So we've got bishop takes c6, which is very mysterious. We've got knight d6, which is also very mysterious. What the hell is knight d6? Can't I just take and go here? What? Hello? I don't understand knight d6, guys. Grüß Gott, not necessarily. Germans do use it too, right? Certain parts of Germany. Oh, meat on the table comes in with queen c4. Matutsky hitting all the pieces. Hello. And also adding this to the sauce. Correct on Grüß Gott. I'm always correct. Right. King d7 played. Queen f7 played. Dang dang. The game is over. cb, queen g. bishop e, knight e, fe, and f5. This guy is an animal. Didn't even take the rook. Yeah, queen c4 was nice. And now after queen h7, everything falls. Ay, 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 ay. That was very neat. Now, Mr. Landau, I give you 10 seconds to submit that game that you were talking about. You know, guys, what we haven't done for ages? We haven't played. So I'm gonna take a few unrated viewer challenges, and I'm gonna call it a day. First in, best dressed. Let's go. Yeah, I thought that you might have wanted to do the same, but you picked the wrong order. Yeah. My actual one, because that's what I'm on right now. Mr. ChessCoachAndras. How to identify good moves. First of all, make sure you're not blundering anything. Second of all, make sure that they are very, very principled. And third of all, make sure that they are justified by calculation. Those things will take you very far in chess. Alright, while I'm waiting for the challenges, I'm going to play I Know I'm Not. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. B6, that's weird. Do I want h4? Yeah. No, actually. No, actually, we do not. Do we want it now? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, team. F5. The fuck is that? Hello? Whew. That was weird. That was very strange. Indeed. But I like it. It's kind of quirky, cool. I have a fab idea. I'm gonna do this and this. I don't know that, Evan. I'm sorry. I don't understand how ChessCom works, so yeah. I think actually Mr. Landau did send me that game after all, but I didn't bother looking. Oh, it's your game. Tomorrow, buddy. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. D6. It's very soft. I didn't like d6 for them. I'm sorry, Mr. Landau, but yeah, time went away from me. Okay, I sucked this in though. Let's take this once. Let's go here maybe. Oh shit, e4. I have to go back because b2 is on too. Whatever. 2100 level endgame books. Matter of Endgame Technique would be a very good one by the Agard crew. Arkel's Endgames, Keith Arkel's book. There's a fair bit out there. I don't know if I like that position actually. I might take the pawn back. But after 94, I can't go queen h5 because we get mated. So I have to take it. Take back, queen h5. It doesn't feel right. Yeah, I don't like my position here. I need to pull the bunny out of the hat here, I feel like. Yeah, g4 is definitely the right move here. This is a threat too, Jesus. I feel like we are completely busted here. Hi. Luca is gonna kill us. Total bluff, by the way. So my hope was to sell this. Oh, by the way, I walked even into that. Shit. I've got one trick, and that trick is that here I would have had check, which I have now too. I guess I'll just take this. G3, and I don't think I can avoid the perpetual. Okay, that was crazy. Now I just have a mate. Oh my god, that was awful. Ay. He needed to play G3 and then that would have been a draw. Yeah, let's just go back to that for a sec. Yeah, G3 was drawn. I was correct about that. And I was dead throughout the entire game. I don't think F5 was good. It's the engine stop move. And maybe I shouldn't have engaged. I should have played queen e2 here. But overall, I think h4 is dog shit. Oh! Engine's favorite move. Wow. And then queen e2. But what if knight c6? And bishop g5, queen e8, e5. I'm not a big fan of this, actually. Well, it's the engine's idea, to be very fair, but shout out to Repertoire for picking up on it. Nice. Nice. Randall, thank you, thank you. Alright, any other challenges, ladies? Yeah, f5. f5, man. This looks ugly to me for white. But maybe e5. Knight a5, bishop g5, queen e8. Queenside castles. Okay, now it looks playable. Okay, I don't know how many games I will have time for. Maybe one, maybe two. We will see. Oh! Blood Queen coming in strong with the raid. Thank you, lovely lady. I hope your chess studies are going fabulous before heading off to Portugal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out. Welcome in, Raiders. No, he is not keen on playing. Where is my other challenge? There it is. Let's go. Thank you for the raid. Westhoff, how are you going, buddy? You used to be a regular on my stream. On to greener pastures now, eh? Yeah, and that's not on me, brother. That's not on me. I haven't gone anywhere. No, f5 is best move for black there. Yeah, you had to try very hard, Mr. Mate, to blow that one. And you did your best, to be honest. I feel for you. Let me just suck in this now. Yeah, I played some absolute dogshit chess in that game, for sure. I mean, we can trade queens, no? Queen b3, queen d5. Ah, that's a bit suboptimal. On second look, f5 is no good. Why not? Even on 10th look, f5 is the best move for black there. I don't know what you guys are going on about. Wait the fuck up. What is this? Take queen b3. Is that still the idea? I pull back, take, 95. I mean, I could even take this now, and then king takes. Yeah, instead of 95, rook b1 was the better move, by the way. Mate is booked up, ladies. Mate is booked up. So when he says f5 is good, believe him. Okay, let's start the tradesies. Rook here, f6. And GG. Maybe rook here is a move, which I was a bit too casual about. Because casual, that is my spirit animal. That is horrid. The point of rook g4 was that he hit the pawn and he floated the threat on this guy. Now we can just expand. Bishop back, rook up, GG. You want to come in with the rook before the king denies our entry. So let's do that. Now king e2 loses to rook a3, rook a1, and then bishop b3, picking off one of the pawns, if not both. Okay, one bishop b3. Okay, well that's a check, so I'll take that. Now we cut out the knight incoming. We cut it out again. And this is about as good a time to resign as any. By the way, I already had check and take, but yeah. So let's actually renew that threat. Actually, wait, I don't know if I want to take that because then rook here is awkward. a5, rook b1. Nah, screw it. Let's just get a queen. Let's just rook up, and go after this tucked in king. It's gonna go rook g1 now. That made no sense. I thought I had check, but king f2, rook here, king 2. Okay, that was a bit of a boo-boo on my end then. Maybe here? Okay. Could have gone for this, should have gone for it. Now we just need to keep this guy alive so I can pick off these and keep the two connected passes together. We take that. And now, because we can, we trade GG. And just run, and then run. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it from us for today. It had to be a short one. I had no time today for more, unfortunately. Good effort, buddy. Are you ready? Off to min lead. Take care. I'll be back tomorrow. Love you all. Bye. Strong primate. Take care. Bye.